Hello everyone, welcome back to this video series on Introduction to R Programming for Clinical SAS Programmers. In this series, we are exploring SAS programming feature alternatives in R Tidyverse package. In this video, we will see how to create or how to subset observations. So let's say we have this example data wherein we have data for some of the students, Alfred, Alice, Barbara, Carol, Henry, and James. And there are additional variables called sex, age, height, and weight. So let's say that we are interested in subsetting this data only for male students. So which is Alfred, Henry, and James. So the value in sex variable has a value of m and f. For male students, it is m. So we are interested in creating this subset dataset which has only male students dataset. So how do we do that in SAS? So in SAS, there are multiple ways of doing or creating a subset dataset. So we are making use of a where statement to provide the filter condition to create a subset of only males here. Similarly, we can make use of subset if then output construct. So all the students where all the records where this condition sex is equal to m is met will be outputted to the dataset which is called as males. Or similarly, we can delete the observations from the dataset which are not belonging to males. If sex is not is equal to m, then we can delete them. So how do we do it in R? So in R, we can make use of the function called filter. So the first argument to this function is the name of the input dataset, and the second argument is our filter condition. So two or three things to note here is that so the name of the variable here is case sensitive. So we need to specify the name of the variable in the same case as it is present in the data. So whereas in SAS, the names of the variables are not case sensitive. So here they are case sensitive. In fact, even the names of the data sets are also case sensitive in R. So, and the next thing that we need to note here is how we are specifying our is equal to sign. So here in SAS, we are using a single is equal to sign for our checking the equality, but here we need to use double is equal to signs to check for that equality condition. So in this case, what will happen is, so it checks for the rows which has the value of capital M in sex variable and then gives our subset of only those rows. So this is how we can make use of filter function in our tidyverse package to subset the observations. So let us now see an alternate. There can be cases wherein we will be interested in subsetting the observations which meet more than one condition. Say for example, we want to create a data set which contains pre-teen subjects. So which means that we want to filter for all the students whose age value is 11 or 12. So for that we can make use of the in operator to specify the list of values in the variable of interest here. So do we have any alternate or easy way of doing it in or parallel equivalent for this in R? Yes, we do have. So for this, the value or the syntax is percent in percent. So the syntax is the same as like this, but here we are specifying it just the word in, but here in R we need to use it as percent in percent sign. So this is kind of equivalent for our in operator in SAS. So let us now move to the demo. So we'll now see how to create that subset in our program. So here I have created some sample data which we have seen in the screenshot in the presentation. So here I have class data for 5 students. So Alfred, Alice, Carol, Henry and James, of which 2 are females and 3 are males. So we are interested in creating a subset for only males. So let us go to the program. So here we are making use of where statement to filter the records. So here I am selecting this lines of code and then going and clicking on my submit button. So let us go and open the males data set. So here if we see out of all the 5 records, there were 3 records or 3 students or 3 with the value of m in sex variable. Only those rows are now present in my males data set. Now let us see how this works in our R. So let us try to create this input data again. So here now let's open this class dataset. I have 5 students of which 2 are females and 3 are males. So I'll close this. So here I am making use of my filter function, specifying the name of the first name of the dataset as the first argument, followed by the condition for which the filter has to be applied on. So here I am filtering for male students. So as I mentioned, we need to make sure that the name of the variable is same in the same case as it is present in our input data. So let us select this thing and then try to execute. So here now if we see our data set which is called males is created and it has 3 records of Alfred, Henry and James. So we have seen a second case wherein we may be interested in creating a subset based on the values based on one or more values. So here we are interested in filtering for 11 and 12 in age value. So for that we are making use of in. So let us try to execute this piece of code and then examine the log. Let us go and open the preteen dataset. So there is only one observation here. Let us open our master dataset which we have used. So here there are records with 14, 13, 14, 14 and 12. So we were filtering for 11 and 12 as there is only one record for 12. That record is getting subsetted. So let us try to execute the same piece of code here in RStudio, which is actually create a similar subset. So one thing to note as discussed in the presentation, so we need to make use of percent in percent sign for the feature related to the in operator in SAS. So let us execute this code and then see. So here we have one observation here in the preteen dataset which belongs to the value of 12 in age variable. So this is how we can create subsets of data using filter function in R. Thank you for watching and keep learning.